In this video, we're going to talk about how Baldwin County has 3 cities that were named by the National Association of Realtors to be in their top 10 hidden gems of the housing market in 2022. Then we're also going to talk about how one of those cities has a building moratorium in place for the next 12 months and what I believe that means for housing prices in that city for the next year or two. Hi everyone, and Happy New Year. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tina Branch, a local realtor here in Baldwin County, brokered by Elite Real Estate Solutions. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. And if you're thinking about moving to Baldwin County, this is the channel you're going to want to follow. Okay, let's get started. In this video, I just want to have a chat with all of you and let you know what is kind of going on with the housing market here in Baldwin County and what I feel is going to happen this year. Just a few weeks ago, the National Association of Realtors released an article, and I'll link to it, that says we have 3 cities here in Baldwin County that are hidden gem housing markets for the year 2022. The 3 cities are Daphne, Fairhope, and Foley. A lot of people like to live in Daphne because it's a good central location and you could still work in the Mobile area and commute. It's an easy commute on most days. A lot of people like to live in Foley because it's a little bit lower price point, but yet you're really close to Gulf Shores and Orange Beach. Fairhope is a very sought after community in Baldwin County. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Fairhope in a moment because I really do think that prices in Baldwin County are going up this year, plus Fairhope is going to see an extra bump. So let's take a look at the National Association of Realtors NAR report. The NAR considered a market undervalued if its median home price to median family income ratio is at the lower end of the distribution of 379 metro areas relative to the distribution of the combined set of 7 indicators that drive demand and supply. The indicators that they used was a 3-year wage growth, 3-year job growth, ratio of 3-year change in population to the sum of housing permits over a 3-year period, 3-year population growth, net domestic migration as a percent of population 25 to 44 years old, percent of household with broadband service. Okay, so they have those 7 indicators. Then if we scroll down, this is how they came up with their score. And I'll let you read this over if you would like. You can pause your screen for a minute and see how they came to their score, but I won't get into the details of that. They call it a Z-score. Here are the top 10 undervalued metro area housing markets in 2021, which is making them the hidden gems for 2022. And so we can scroll down and we can see the numbers for each of the areas that they've indicated. And here's the Daphne, Fairhope, and Foley right here, this one. You can pause your video for a moment if you'd like to take a look at all the numbers and compare them to the other areas, but I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to the description that breaks down the numbers for you. It says this metro area is the fastest growing area in terms of population growth, with a 7.8% rise in population from 2017 through 2020 compared to the U.S. rate of 1.3%. And I do have to tell you, that is very, very true. Living here, I have watched the population grow tremendously. It has the highest increase in average weekly wages, with a cumulative increase of 36.6% during the 2018 quarter 2, 2021 quarter 2, while home prices rose by just 17.7%. Over a 3-year period, from 2018 quarter 3 through 2021 quarter 3, non-farm payroll employment rose at the second highest pace of 5.7% compared to the overall decline in jobs of 1.4%. However, access to broadband services is relatively low here. And I will tell you that is very true, and it is part of our contracts whenever you write an offer on a home for you to be able to research the internet of that location Usually you're given 5 days to make sure that you can get the type of internet that you need. We do have a little bit of an issue with that in this area. But let's go back to talking about the rapid growth here. And we're going to move to the next article. On AL.com, they talk about the moratorium in Fairhope in this article. You can see right here where it talks about it is 12 months. It is outside the city limits, but within 5 miles of the planning jurisdiction where the construction activity is going on. The moratorium applies to the fast-growing pockets outside the city's limits from the north of US 98 and south of Fairhope city limits along the same highway, Alabama Route 181, that is being widened currently. And if you keep strolling down, it talks about also the same thing, the article that we just reviewed, and how Baldwin County is very fast growing. And I'll leave a link to this where you can read the full article if you would like. Fairhope already is one of the higher price points in our area. And now that they have released this article about it being a hidden gem in the housing market, and they have a 12-month moratorium on new construction, I kind of feel like the homes in Fairhope may just continue to rise in value. I personally can see why these are hidden gems. However, now that this has been publicized, I don't know if it's going to be a hidden gem any longer. I hope you all enjoyed this update, and if you're thinking about moving to Baldwin County, look below and see the link to get my relocation guide, and it gives you a little bit more information about Baldwin County that you might find interesting. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will see y'all next week.